Hello, Dylan here, and welcome back to Higurashi Part 8. And we're not going to drag this intro. I'm not going to drag this intro on, so let's just go ahead and start the game. A few days had passed since the incident. During that time, either Mion was busy or Rika-chan had to help with the festival preparation, so we couldn't get everybody together for club activities. Even though I thought I would never want to participate again after the years it shaved off my life each time, not having it only made my heart grow fonder. I really am not honest with myself. Today we finally had our club activities again. These weren't the same old club activities. It was called the Watanagashi 5-Demon Firefight, and it was one of the biggest events in the club. Keiichi, does this yukata still fit you? Can you try it on for a sec? Mom pulled out an old dusty yukata. No, I don't need a yukata. Those are embarrassing, so I'll just go in my normal clothes. But this is the festival. Wear it, okay? Rina and the others said regular clothes are just fine. If I was the only one wearing a yukata, it'd be even more embarrassing. I put on the same old vest as usual. I'll be going with Rina and the others. So you don't need to worry about me. Is that so? I'll be going with Dad when he wakes up. Dad let out a loud snore from the sofa. From how it looks, he must have pulled an all-nighter last night. He just finished sending in his manuscript, so he might not wake up for a while. It seems my dad writes for art magazines sometimes too. I've never read it though. I wonder if my dad is a really famous artist. Since his own son is saying something like that, I can't imagine he's selling all that well. But he's able to feed a family of 3, and my life isn't exactly full of hardships. It could be that he's some master painter I didn't know about it. Who could that be? Keiichi-kun, are you home? Uh-oh, it's already time? I didn't want them coming here, so I was planning on leaving early and waiting outside. Oh my, it's Rina-chan. Thank you for always looking after Keiichi. Ma'am, he's also been looking out for... Why are you blushing from just meeting my mom? Don't get all flustered. It really doesn't feel right. Let's go, Reina. Since Reina would continue to space out if I left her here, I grabbed her hand and dragged her out. Reina-chan, look after Keiichi for me. Oh, yes, ma'am. Even if it means I must sacrifice myself. Why don't you do it right now? She waved back even as I was dragging her away. Hello, man. Okay, Kei-chan, you hungry today? We'll take care of that at these stalls. You thought I'd let myself get full knowing the club activities will involve the stalls? Wouldn't have it any other way. Where are Rika-chan and Toko? Are they already at the temple? Yep, Rika-chan's festival committee member after all. So Toko-chan is probably with her as well. I see. Alright. Let's make some noise today. Yeah. We were already in high spirits with just the 3 of us here. It was way more lively at the Furude shrine than the last time I came, far exceeding my expectations. Throngs of people were crammed between rows of market stalls lined with colorful paper lanterns. Despite that, it was actually quite enjoyable. There sure are a lot of people here. I can't believe they all live in Hinamizawa. Everybody attends to Watanagashi. I think about half the village is here. It's not just that. Municipal and youth councils and neighboring towns and villages advertise this event as well. That's right, there aren't that many students at our school, but there are a lot of kids here today. It just doesn't feel like a festival unless there are kids running around after all. That's true, I agree. Hello and good evening. I used to knew everybody we came across. Of course, I greeted them as well, but I still wasn't familiar with everybody yet. Oh, Anna-chan, thanks for the food you brought me a while back. My son loved it. He said it was delicious. It was nothing at all. I'm glad he liked it. Say hello to Kazuma for me, please. Hey,
If it isn't Shinozaki's Uji-chan, I'm in charge of stand again this year, so make sure you come visit. Pops, have you gotten fatter? You'll end up having a heart attack with a gut like that. Oh, this kid is here. Here's Nick. Are you one of her underclassmen? He's one of my members. An upcoming hopeful. If you cross him, he can crush your stand in one night. You got little Missy seal of approval, I see. I hope you take it easy on me. I can't speak for something. I just can't imagine Mion chatting away with the old guys running the stalls. Mion is really energetic after all. She's really popular with the older men. I think Irina is pretty popular too, being cute and all. That was of course as long as her little condition didn't flare up. But as long as she's blushing quietly, she's pretty cute. I'm popular with some people? Really? Really? With some people. I evaded giving her a straight answer by roughly tossing her hair. The stall keepers came all the way from town. It's not really a festival without them after all. So we're going to mess with them now. I don't care what kind of match it is, I'm going to win. Oh yes, I'll try too. Hey, you're all very late. It's unacceptable to keep a lady waiting, Keiichi-san. Ooh, my bad. So where's this lady I've been waiting for? What did you say? Alright, Satoko was in top form as well. Seems she was all excited about being able to get everybody in the club together for the first time in a while. Oh, Rika-chan, cute. Rina let out an elated sigh. It seemed that the real lady had made her appearance. Good evening, everyone. Good evening to Kichi as well. Woo! Looking good! You're really looking sharp again this year. Cute. Gonna take you home. Rika-chan was wearing a Shrine Maiden outfit. Yep. Rina's little outburst was completely understandable. Rika-chan's clothes sure look like the real deal. Is that a real Shrine Maiden outfit? My grandmother made them by hand. They're quite authentic. Rika-chan has an important task to do at the end of the festival, so she's wearing this. I see Rika-chan was on the executive committee because she performed at the shrine. She performed all the Shrine Maiden rituals for the festival. My work is only during the finale of the festival, so I can still play for a while. But we cannot afford to waste any time. Let us begin. Alright! It felt good to wander around the festival with just the five of us. Mion called everybody over to his stand that caught her attention and proposed a rather odd competition. Takoyaki eating race. Everyone has to buy their own. Ready, go! In standard and vendor stalls, the takoyaki stand. What was especially standard for these kinds of events? Just the fact they were simply balls of dough, takoyaki in name only. It burns! You okay, Keiichi-kun? Have some water. My, eating those scalding takoyaki whole is suicide. I guess the trick is to buy the ready-made ones that have been left out for a while. They really don't taste good. The stall next to it was a shaved ice stand. It was still a bit too early in the season for that, but right then, it didn't matter. Let's do shaved ice this time. It's a shaved ice eating race. Ready, go! Shaved ice eating race. I can't. As long as you can melt it a bit with your body heat then. It's so cold. Not smart. This old man ordered it with plenty of syrup. It'll melt quickly when it's mixed up. Those stooges were too late. The moment they chose to tackle it head on was their downfall. Whew. Finished. Keiichi-chan is done? That was too fast. It couldn't be.
Peach-kun, you didn't add water from the goldfish tank behind you, did you? That can't taste very good. Of course that wouldn't taste very good. Next to that was another old favorite, the cotton candy stand. Why don't we do this one next? Of course, it's a sweet eating contest. Hey, how do you eat cotton candy quickly? How? Can't you just like ball it up and just... I mean, that's the one thing I can think of for that. Satoko marked me and Satoko and I all compressed. Yeah, that exactly. Compress it all and then just, because it just melts instantly in your mouth. The time it took to stick the whole thing in our mouths, 3 seconds. I expected Satoko to figure it out, but I didn't think K-chan did too. I couldn't have you treating me like I'm a newbie forever, can I? It won't taste very good. Because then also crush it between our hands and stuck in our mouth. This is probably the only place in Japan where people eat cotton candy like this. Yeah, probably. I think only Rena's cotton candy was happy with how it was eaten, but I feel like we'd end up doing stuff like eat noodles through the nose contest or human water pump at the goldfish scoop at the rate we were going. This old man will probably still win too. I'm simply no match for Neon-san when it comes to eating repulsive things. Yeah, seriously. What's up with you guys? Are you telling me you don't want to have a blue Hawaii yakisoba eating contest? What the? Shake. Both Satoko and I shook our heads in unison. Can we have a game that doesn't involve food this time, can't we? And this proposal was a godsend. It was about time we played a different kind of game. It also seemed like neither Rina nor Rika-chan were any good at speed eating or gorging themselves. Okay, Rina, I'll let you pick out the next game. Anything is fine. Well then, I'm going to be the judge. Find cute things on the festival grounds. 1 minute. Things that she would find cute things. Fine by me. I know exactly what Rina likes. Alright, I think I can win with that. Ready, go! Oh, hang on, Keiichi-kun and Rika-chan starting. Why not? Satoko dashed off madly, but Rika-chan and I calmly stayed right where we were. Could it be that he's gonna show off Rika and be like, here you go, it's technically on festival grounds. I'm just saying, it's technically on festival grounds, so. We've already found a Keiichi too? Yeah. What is it? I can't wait. Both Rika-chan and I stood motionless for those few moments before Mio and Satoko returned. It's probably the first time we've gone head-to-head like this. It will be the first. Rika-chan, you'd expect to win with that, huh? I am a member of this club as well. Win by any means is our society's third rule. Rika-chan sneered to the best of her ability. You're on. Both me and Mr. Satoko came back with their own plan of attacks stuffed in their arms. Okay then, let's go in order. Let's start with club president Michan. Too bad you guys, I'm into this now. This old man brought this. Where did she get those? They were old tin diamond-shaped signs. Pleb curry, snake oil, incense, and ornaments. See? How about this? It's very understated. A little too understated, Neon. I used to see those stuck up on barbed wire fences. They were more nostalgic than cute. Can you explain what part of that is cute? Hold on. There were puffs of smoke noisily shooting out of Rena's ears and nose, almost like a steam train. I didn't get it. I shall be up next. Because this. It was the hand-drawn poster from the Ladies' Society of Roasted Cornstone. It was a really bad sketch done by a housewife. An anthropomorphic roasted corn drawn without any sort of real plan. Its very existence invited a sense of sorrow to the viewer. Oh gosh. Okay. Weep. That was the sound of blood jutting out of Rena's nipples. It seemed to have been rated higher than Neon's. I really didn't get it. It feels like your artistic sense is a little avant-garde by about 5 eons. Oh, those are nothing but mass-produced signs after all. They have no chance against something hand-drawn. I couldn't even begin to follow the way those guys were thinking. Then I would be next. Next is Rika-chan, is it? What can you even do without anything? Did you and Satoko both forget? If Rika-chan felt like it, she could simply... After moving back about 10 yards, she began waddling up to Reina. I fucking knew it. Seeing that, Mion and Satoko gasped. Oh no! Too late. Rika-chan tripped over nothing and lay motionless after falling down. Rina hurried over to her. Rika-chan, are you alright? Alright? Rika-chan had a lump on her forehead and tears welled up in her eyes. Only her fingers peeked out from her sleeves. This was the vital part. The palms of her hands were covered by her sleeves. She made just a single sound.
Ew.
And boom! There you go. Oh, cute. Going to take you home. I'd completely forgotten that. The play that I personally had to use. Rina's face went completely red, her head bobbing back and forth with excitement. She embraced Rika-chan and began rubbing her cheek against her. I'd expect no less from her. Not a single element was overlooked. Maori, Shrine Maiden, Brink of Crime, Mew, it was perfect. A simple trip, transcended into pure moe. Now this is what you call art. Kei-chan has a pretty weird definition of art. I'll just pretend the sharp sting of those words cutting through me like a razor was a figment of my imagination. Rika-chan turned her gaze to me with a daunting smile as she was caressed by Reina, who was on full cute mode. Now, Keiji, can you beat me? A cold smile was frightening Rika-chan. It must just be my imagination, but I see a demon inside her sometimes. Kei-chan seems to have his own plan of attack. I wonder what he's going to show her. I also wish to observe the play Keiichi-san will make. Could it be? Is Keiichi also going to give a performance? I basked in their pointed stares. I pulled Reina, who gave no sign of canceling out with cute mode away from Rika-chan. Cute thing. Keiichi-kun, let go. I'll show you something even cuter. Just hold on for now. Huh? Oh. Something even cuter? But it's a bit too crowded here. Let's go back there. Rina looked very surprised as I pulled her behind the shrine. I cannot fathom what Keiichi-san could possibly be planning. This is Kei-chan after all? No, it couldn't be. Keep on fighting, yeah? After a bit, I returned. And a bit after that, so did Rina, dragging her feet. There's no way that sounds like Kei-chan did something to innocent little Reina. Miona and Satoko passed by me, heading straight to Reina. Well, what exactly did he do to you? For a moment, Reina was too dazed to realize someone was talking to her. Gasp. Oh, it's Mi-chan. Oh. Reina? Are you alright? Did Kei-chan do anything to you? No, he didn't do anything strange to me. This is quite severe. Exactly what did Keiichi-san show you? It was so cute. Cute, what did he show you, Reina? Reina let out a really long her eyes sparkled as she spoke. It's so cute. It was Keiichi-san's Excuse me, what? I hope you're talking about a stuffed animal. I feel like they're not talking about a stuffed animal. Wham, womp. I'm assuming he got punched. In the blink of an eye, Chotoko's elbow smashed into my face. Huh? Huh? What? She's showing Reno something so dirty. You sick pervert. I shall have you beaten until oblivion. Oh, wait, you got it all wrong. Oh, okay, thank God. Oh, thank God. A dark building aura flowed from Mion and Chotoko. It was no good. They were going to kill me. Mi-chan, I'm not sure what's going on, but you got it all wrong. See, Keiichi-kun had... It's a fur seal keychain. Okay, okay. So it's just a keychain. Rika-chan stuck her hand into my pocket and pulled out my keychain. Huh? He said he made it long ago for one of his summer school assignments. He said he doesn't show it to others often because it's embarrassing. Yeah, so small and cute. He tried his best to make it. It's so wonderful. So, okay. Oh. This old man thought you meant it was Keiichi's cute little face. Oh my God. Oh ho ho. I'd expect no less from Mion-san. You misconstrue things in the wildest ways. They slung insults at each other and looked like they were ready to tear into each other in a second. I beg of you, if I'm in the clear, would you mind getting off of me? Oh, are they like... Okay. We were interrupted by the flash of a camera. Oh, okay, so he's here now. Hey guys. You all seem energetic as usual. It was Tomitaka-san. As I lay crumbled on the ground, Mion and Chotoko continued to bicker above me. Rika-chan was still patting me on the head and Marina was still in cute mode. It was probably quite a lively scene. It's a fine evening indeed, although it's rather poor etiquette to photograph a lady without her permission. That's right. At least you don't really need Chotoko's permission. Chotoko dug her heel into me. Good evening. You're heading back tomorrow, aren't you? Were you able to take lots of good photos? Thanks to you, I got plenty of good shots. Tonight's the last we can see old Tomitaka-sama, isn't it? It's such a shame. Hurry up and have your major breakout soon. Just as rude as ever, aren't you? I really am sad I won't be able to hear that voice of yours for almost half a year. Only half a year. Be sure to have as much fun as you can tonight. You'll be back in Tokyo tomorrow, after all. That's true. It'll be another 6 months. Until I can enjoy another night where I can see the stars. Tomitaka-san looked up at the night sky cheerfully. At that moment, even though he was smiling, I sensed a bit of sadness. Why do you move here, Tomitaka-san? In Hinozawa? Tomitaka-san was speechless. It's not very convenient here. No shops or recreational spots. There might not be anything really here, but you know, everyone knew that what I was trying to say. Tomitaka-san was also well aware. Serena, Mion, Chotoko, and Rika-chan. None of them butted in. I've only been here for less than a month, so I don't really know everything about it. Normally I'm a really talkative guy, but in situations like this I'm at a loss for words. Even though all this was happening in such a boisterous setting, I felt like all the background noise fading into the distance. This place is probably... Tomitaka-san rested his hand on me, gently silencing me. Thank you, Keiichi-kun, Mion-chan and Reina-chan, Chotoko-chan and Rika-chan. Tomitaka-san's smile was so slight it looked as if it was going to crumble at any minute, but it was warm. I also think it would be great if I could live here. Those might have been cruel words coming from a kid who didn't need to worry about working to feed himself. My hand touched my back. It was Rena. In case you shouldn't pick on her adult. It's not nice. The background clamor of the festival returned. We won't be seeing him for a while, after all. We need to make sure Tomitaka-san also enjoys tonight. When Rena smiled, the mood instantly got brighter. That's true, I think I'll do just that. Hey Michan, how about it? Can we let Tomitaka-san in on our club activities? It's a great idea, or so I thought, but Mion had a snobbish look on her face. One of the requirements for membership is residence in Hanazawa, you see. Go on, Michan, just for today, don't be so mean. Well, he does come around often every year. I'll make him an honorary citizen. Well, yeah! Now then, I wonder if this aged fellow well past his prime will be a match for me. Let's have him show us the wisdom of a mature adult. Can we keep up with those young'uns? Tomitaka-san stepped back slightly at our audacious grins. I'm Mion Sonozaki, Clippers, and do hereby authorize honorary citizen Tomitaka's entry into our club. Our words were quickly drowned out by our cheers. What do you mean by club? What our club does, you see, in order to cope with our complicated society, we perform various activities with various rules. Sometimes they are in your favor, and sometimes they work against you. I'm pretty weak, so I prefer you do not sing on the Ch.1. If you wish to mock our childish games, then this will be the perfect opportunity. We'll leave you with nothing. We won't even leave the hairs on your... Okay. So it's a club where we play games together. Of course, Rika-chan was the only one to give an answer that made sense. Alright, just what I wanted. I'll take you up on that challenge. Don't be too rough on me, my mentors. Tomitaka-san got riled up and did a victory pose like he was 10 years younger. That's perfect. We continued walking through the festival with Mion in the front. Now we looked like a family of 6. It had some intensity to it. Same rules as always. The loser will of course be subject to a penalty. Tomitaka-san was a bit surprised, but to us it was just the same as always. Realized how terrible a penalty it was. Just don't lose. Rena was also brimming with determination. She didn't have any intention of losing. That's true. I tousled Rena's hair to lighten the mood. She giggled to hide her embarrassment. I see, this is what it means to feel like a kid again. Tomitaka-san whispered that to nobody in particular. At the moment, we heard an old man call out in a strong voice. Looking over, realizes the man Mion had greeted right before the festival. You're here, little Miss Sonozaki. Seems you brought quite the crowd. We came to eradicate your entire stall. The stall was a shooting gallery. It was the usual setup where you had to knock down the prize you wanted with a cork gun. The rules are simple. 3 shots, the winner is whoever gets the biggest prize. Everybody shouted their agreement. There was no need to consider how to win, since the condition for victory was simply size. The biggest prize of the stall, it went without question. It was that one, wasn't it? Whoa, that teddy bear. Cute. Rena was gazing longingly at a large stuffed animal. It was intentionally placed on an unsteady platform so it was possible to get it if you hit the right spot. It's magnificently set up to make someone think that. Not bad, Kichi-san. I figured you'd see through this game instantly. The most logical course of action would be to aim for some candy or doll. The intent analysis had already begun. In this club, you'll get eaten alive if you don't come prepared. Everything hinges on what plan you can come up with before the main event. At some point, a large crowd had gathered around us, making a big fuss. There's this much of a following for our club's infamous event. Knocking that bear down ensures a win. Only 3 shots. To use them all just trying, that'd be rough. Hey, I have other customers waiting, you know. Who's up first? The first one has the advantage of being able to aim for the easier prizes, but it's dangerous to compete without knowing the gun's quirks. Tomotaga-san's take on the situation was pretty good. He gets what our clubs it out. Well then, to be fair, how about using rock, paper, scissors to decide? How about it? That's really the only way. Rock, paper, scissors. John, Ken, pull. After a couple of matches, ended up with Mion being first. I didn't want to end up first. Oh well. I'll just think of it as a handicap. Gramps, gun. Here you go. When the shooting range guy handed her a rifle, Mion looked over it intently. She didn't forget to check the cork bullet either. Okay, this gun is brand new, isn't it? No faults. Not bad. Mion raised the gun in one swift motion. It was completely different from her careful inspection. She was shooting from the hip. Fire. Reload. Fire. Reload. Fire. Flop. 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 3 candy boxes fell one after the other. A big haul. The crowd paused for a moment in a moment of awe, then erupted in cheers. Whoa, awesome! That was quite good. Tomotaga-san was at a loss for words after seeing such shooting progress. Amazing, John. 3. Dragseed was incredible. The choice of targets wasn't bad either. The 3 Mion had gone after were fairly large and pretty easy to knock over. They're all targets with very high return on investment. Who's up next? Satoko? Careful, the bullets are light. Next was Satoko. The rifle looked a bit too big for her lithe body, but it didn't seem like she had any problem with the weight. Of course, I shall aim for the grand prize. She proclaimed that she was going after the teddy bear. Satoko, such a bold move. The moment she knocks it over, she's guaranteed to be in first. Your luck, Satoko-chan. Satoko was the opposite of him. She aimed at the target quite carefully and squeezed the trigger. These bullets are too light. First 2 bullets struck the bear in the torso, but it only shifted a bit. You need to aim higher towards the head or it won't work. Satoko's 3rd bullet wasn't aimed at the bear, but at the candy box below its arm. I hate to say it, but it appears the bear is just too much for me. She went boldly after the big catch, but since she switched over to less impressive prey at the last second, the cart only gave a strange laugh. Are they laughing because she lacked the courage? Those fools know nothing. A fine attempt, Satoko. You've gotten better. The palm of Mion's outstretched hand went poof as it tapped down lightly on Satoko. She appeared to be talking hot air, but this was actually completely calculated. Damn it, Satoko. Just to avoid being in last place, she dared to switch over to an easy target without shame or honor. Magnificent. I'll allow you to take the bear, Reina-san. I pray for your victory. Okay. Thanks so much, Satoko-chan. Bear-san, so cute. Reina was up next. She couldn't hit the broadside of a barn as regular Reina, but she said the bear was cute. I wonder how Reina-chan would do. I hope she's able to hit at least one. You're underestimating Reina Tomotaga-san. It's Reina, you know. It's Reina who you know. If it was to get that teddy bear, whoa! Tomotaga-san wheeled around to see what all the commotion the spectators were making was about. If it was to get that bear, she'd be able to shoot through a pinhole. The one known as Reina Ryugu could do it. It's shaking. Oh, cute. Mira couldn't hide her excitement over the bear's slow rocking. Now Reina couldn't lose. Not bad, Rina-san. The less collected you become, the stronger you get. Whoa, another big cheer. Rina's bullet hit the bear's forehead again. Not enough. The bear seemed to wobble more than before. But it might not be possible. You never know. With Rina-chan's skills, it might be. With Tomitaka-san... While Tomitaka-san was just as excited as the crowd, Rika-chan's analysis was not swayed by emotion. If Rina had 10 more shots, then she would surely knock it over. But with just one more, no matter how you looked at it, no go. Ow! The crowd let out a dejected groan. She had shot right in the forehead 3 times. It was a bit late, but they gave her a good round of applause for the attempt. Oh, there's son, take him home. Oh. She should be praised for her valor, but she had no trophies to show for it. Then at the moment, the old man flipped one of the candy boxes with his finger and handed it to Rina. This is for you, little lady. Huh? You're giving this to me? Oh, the gods wouldn't forgive me if I let you go home empty-handed for such a display. There was another shower of applause. Rina turned bright red and I pulled her back over to us by her hand. You did a good job. Your cute mode really surprised me. Oh, I really wanted Mr. Bell. Wow. It was easy to just see that it only needed a little more to be knocked over. Rina had done quite a lot for me. I still needed to pay her back for that delicious picnic. Alright then, I'll get it and give it to you. What? Tomitaka-san had stolen the words right out of my mouth. Okay. Please, Tomitaka-san. Good luck. Damn you, old man Tomitaka. Stealing the good parts for yourself. A small hand stretched over and fell gently on my head just before it overcame with frustration. You keep on fighting too, Keiichi, okay? Tomitaka-san carefully studied the bear. Steadying his sights, he shouldered the rifle while holding the other 2 shots in his hand. How's he doing that? Yes, no doubt. Tomitaka-san is aiming for... Plop! Plop! Plop. The time between shots was short. It was meaningless to shoot again once they stopped shaking. So Tomitaka-san was relying on rapid fire to win the battle. It was visibly wobbling much more than it ever had before. But that was all. It still didn't fall over. Oh, too bad. All of Rina's momentary expectation from watching it sway violently turn into a dejected sigh. I really thought it would work. Oh, it seems that since you're a man, you will not be receiving any candy. That was it. The man Tomitaka-san had no spoils of war. So both Kei-chan and Rika-chan can just shoot down a small easy prize, and avoid being dead last. Avoid being the loser, huh? Oh, sorry about that. It's your turn next, Keiichi-kun. Best of luck. I was the 5th shooter. I took the rifle from Tomitaka-san. If I took the ruthless route, as Miyano suggested, then I'd go for a small target. Except, when I picked up the rifle, I definitely got a feeling from it. It was burning passion. Passed down to me by Tomitaka-san. The regret of not being man enough to fell the bear that Rina wanted. Yes, that's right. If I didn't aim for the bear, then I wouldn't be a man. After all, that was my promise to Rina. What promise? What? To shoot down that bear. Then give it to Rina. That one. You mean... The crowd went wild when they saw our conversation. Woo! Cool, Oni-chan! You got balls, man! That's not it. That's not it. 5 men. That's not it. 5 men of the crowd. If I didn't do this, then Rina might mug the old man running assault on his way home. No, that's not it. That's not it at all. Why can't I just express my honest feelings? Keiichi-san surely talks the talk, but how do you actually intend to bring down the bear? Mina and Tomotake's shots did make it tilt a bit, but I think finishing the job will be difficult. Keiichi-kun? If only there was some way to shoot faster. I'd be able to pile more power onto the sway for each hit. Good luck, Keiichi-kun. After taking 2 deep breaths, I shouted over the guy. 2 more rifles. Huh? The crowd murmured amongst themselves. Oh. I wonder what Keiichi-san is up to. One person can't handle 3 rifles at once. I get it. I was thinking Keiichi-san. Kei-chan. Mion was able to figure it out magnificently. Basically, that was taking the most time. Basically, what was taking the most time was reloading the shout. That's right. Then by putting 3 preloaded rifles next to each other, Tomotake's-san was silent, peering at me and the bear through his lens. His photographer's blood predicted a miracle will occur, and then the crowd finally picked up what I was planning. They let out a great cheer. They chanted my name, Keiichi! Rapid fire is the key. If I miss, all is for naught. Letting out a deep breath, I paused. Relax. Now! That moment, it felt like time itself had stopped. I felt like I could see the trajectory of the bullets. Hit it, and knock it down. The first shot hit the bear on its head. The second, the third, the bear swayed hard, and then we got the cheer, so I'm assuming, yeah, lots of cheers began before the stuffed animal even finished falling off the shelf. The guy caught it before it hit the ground and tossed it over to me. He actually knocked it over. You got me. Amazing, congratulations, Keiichi-kun. Keiichi-san has finally learned how to use his head. I see you in a slightly better light now. I didn't do it all by myself. Everyone hit it, and those small bits together brought it down. This trophy belongs to all of us. Alright, this is from all of us working together. Me didn't give it. Didn't hit it a single time. After holding up the teddy bear like it was a championship trophy, I handed it to Reina. Here, this is from me. No, from everyone. Thanks for always making your delicious lunches. Reina, thinking she was never actually going to get it, was momentarily speechless. I can't, Keiichi-kun. This is everyone's, after all. Huh. In that case, I was the one who knocked it down. And it's mine. It's mine, so I'm giving it to Reina. I pushed the stuffed animal towards her again. This time she embraced and accepted it. You've watched out for me ever since I moved here, after all. I'm really grateful, you see. Thanks a lot. Oh, Keiichi-kun. Thanks so much. Yuna dove at me. Mion told me a few days later that Reina kissed me, but I didn't realize it during all the excitement at the time. Ooh. I remember what I was trying to say to Tomotake's-san earlier. There really isn't much of anything here, but there are lots of things you can't find anywhere else. I gained a lot from coming to Hinazawa, especially at that moment. The crowd's cheers echoed on and on. From the altar set up in the front of the shrine, the drums sounded with a booming echo. It was the finale of the festival. I'll be going off ahead then. I've been recording for how long? Jesus Christ. Okay. I'll be going. Okay. Uh-oh. I need to go and get myself a good spot too. Well then, everyone, see you in a bit. Both Rika-chan and Tomotake's-san gave their farewells and disappeared into the crowd. I wish both of you the best in your endeavors. Now, shall we be off? Yeah, I might as well go see Rika-chan's charming figure. Let's go. Yeah. Huh? Where's Rina? What are you doing? Keiichi-kun, Mi-chan, save me. Since she was carrying such a ridiculously large stuffed animal, she was being carried by the flow of people. What is she doing? She must have her hands full taking care of that bear. So I'll leave Rina in your care, Kei-chan. I have my hands full taking care of Satoko. Who would want to be looked after by you, Mion-san? Ouch, please don't pull my arm. Before losing sight of Mion, I grabbed the back of Reina's collar. Keiichi-kun, not there. Don't grab me there. Oh, he's so bossy. Where can I grab them? I didn't feel ashamed at all. Rina was ashamed enough for the both of us. I grabbed onto Reina's hand and dashed after Mion and the others. We're gonna be late. Let's hurry up. Yeah. I hadn't realized Reina's hand was so delicate. Maybe she needed a bit more exercise and nutrition. That wasn't what I meant. Not at all. My ears burned. I tried to keep calm. I repeated the phrase, keep it together, Keiichi, in my mind, but it didn't look like I was able to anytime soon. I really didn't want Rina to see my face right then, so I pushed onwards, dragging her along without looking back even once. There was already a huge group of people gathered at the altar in front of the shrine. A fire at the altar made it as bright as midday and just as hot. There was a pile of futons bordered with sanctified rope in front of the altar. Come to think of it, they did say it was a festival where they did something with the cotton futons. Keiichi-san, Rina-san, we're over here. Satoko waved her hand from the front row. Sorry. Making our way through the mass of people, we reached the spot they saved. How was it? Were you able to have a little bit of excitement with Rina? You punk, so that's what your plan was. Instead of replying, Mion gave us a perverse grin. How was it, Rina? Was Kei-chan's hand bigger than you thought it would be? Oh. Rina turned bright red, puffs of steam shooting out of her. I heard something slash through the air and turned to see Mion on the ground with a welt on her face. Mion, when were you hit? Between the ha and o of her how, I think. Rina, it's not good to punch your friends to hide your embarrassment. I didn't hit her, whatever. Oh. Thump. The thunderous beat of the drum echoed, silencing the crowd. You must all be quiet. It's beginning. It was a solemn ritual. Rika-chan entered dressed as a shrine maiden, followed by members of the municipal committee. The elders all looked at Rika-chan and clasped their hands in praise. The only thing allowed to disturb the profound silence was the flash from Tomotaga-san's camera. What's that big thing Rika-chan is holding? A hoe that's used for this festival. It's a sacred farming tool that only the shrine maiden may touch. It was an awkward shape for a piece of farm equipment, not uncommon for something used in rituals. After reciting in Shinto prayer, Rika-chan approached the pile of futons gathered at the altar. She swung the hoe skillfully, plowing it into the futons. Each and every little movement of this performance probably had to be done in a certain way. Without a doubt, this was a ritual. What's next? Airing out futons? She's purifying futons that absorb illnesses from people over the winter. So when Kei-chan said airing out futons, he wasn't completely wrong. Rika-chan's face was already dripping with sweat. That hoe was probably really heavy. She staggered side to side with the momentum of each swing. Satoko looked on, silently lending her support. Worried? Rika practiced every single day with a mochi hammer. She will certainly prevail. Satoko's hands were sweaty. Whenever Rika-chan started to sweat a little, she held her breath. How wasn't Mion a candidate to be the Shrine Maiden? I feel wrong having Rika-chan swing around something so heavy. I'd do it if they asked me, you know. Well, it's not something just anyone can do. That's true. Shrine Maidens need to be pure after all. Oh, of course. He kind of deserved that one. Mion drove her elbow into my side. With the thud of the big drum, Rika-chan gave a solemn bow and descended from the altar. That triggered a round of generous applause. After the Shinto priest had raised up the cleansed futons like a portable altar, all the spectators stood up. Following after the priest, we all marched on at a moderate pace. They descended the shrine's giant stairs in a line. What's happening now? Washing the futons in the river? Watanagashi means setting cotton adrift, you know. The procession continued right up to the bank of the stream. The fire was soaked high and it was bright as day here too. People started crowding around it, clamoring. Alright, get in line. Line up, Keiichi-kun. I wondered what was up. Maybe we'd get some holy wine. Bread and white bean buns? It's not food. I said it was cotton. Blah, but of course, they didn't call it the Watanagashi for nothing. I hardly understood. The municipal committee members pulled out the cotton from inside the futons and balled it up with mochi, handing it out to people. Rainer dove into the lines and brought out some for me as well. We then proceeded to the bank of the stream. Since it's your first time, Keiichi-kun, just copy what I do. She held the cotton in her right hand and waving her hand as if to purify it, she touched it to her forehead, chest, navel, and both thighs. You do this 3 times and silently give thanks to Oyashiro-sama. Oyashiro-sama. What's that, the name of the shrine's god? Yes, it's the guardian deity of Hinamizawa. It brings about both miracles and curses, so you must be sure to show respect. It sounded like a pretty frightening god, but, well, when in Rome, I was officially a resident of Hinamizawa now, after all. Doing as Rina showed me, I touched the cotton over myself 3 times. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama. Thank you, Oyashiro-sama, Oyashiro-sama. This way, all the evil that possesses you is sucked out by the cotton. Then you let it gently drift away on the stream, and you're done. Together, Rina and I set our pieces of cotton afloat on the surface of the water. The flowers of cotton blooming in the water had sucked out all the evil festering in Hinamizawa and drifted off, disappearing into the distance. It was wonderful, like those floating lantern festivals I'd seen on TV. The best part, though, was feeling like this rite of passage had made me a true resident of Hinamizawa. Okay, I gotta cut that short. I have been recording for almost an hour now. I am cutting it there because of one thing. I've been recording for like an hour, so I kind of need to just stop. So, I hope you enjoyed this part 8, where we finally get to the, what's it called? Watanagashi Festival. We finally get through all that, and then we'll get to the aftermath of that. Subscribe and hit that bell to be notified of my next video, and I hope to see you next time. See ya.